Hi, everybody. All right, we had a little technical difficulty. We ended up jumping into the wrong Zoom for a second, but we're in the right Zoom now. All right, so welcome to all, and thank you so much for being with us this evening. This is Champion Live, and we are with our cooking show this evening, and we have some new chefs with us tonight, and we have some of our tried and true champion chefs with us tonight. As we get started tonight, we're excited to have you with us this evening. And so if you're a chef, well, listen to me. If you're one of our hosts, I'm sure a family home chef and maybe even a chef with us this evening. If you're our host with us this evening, go ahead and put it in the chat that I'm a host so that we can catch you in our drawings tonight. We want to give you a chance to win free Tupperware. If you're a guest with us this evening, put it in the chat. I'm a guest. And so that we can get you in our drawings this evening, in our guest drawing. We love to give away free Tupperware. And every time you hear us say, let's do a trivia game, that means we're going to do a trivia. And right after trivia, we do a door prize. And so we don't do a guess game and a trivia game. We don't do a gift for the trivia because it's really hard to tell who answers right first. With the algorithms and stuff like that on Facebook, sometimes it shows us somebody does the first answer first, but it shows you somebody else, and it's just too confusing. So it's just best if we do a door prize after a trivia game, and that makes it way more fair, and it's just fun to answer trivia. So we have our very first trivia right now, which I found very interesting. When was the green bean casserole invented? That's a funny one, right? When was the green bean casserole invented? Well, I don't know, but let's turn it over to our very first chef tonight because I'm anxious to hear what she's making for us tonight. And so let's give it up to Lori. Take it away, Lori. Lori is a star director with us here at Champion Enterprises, and she cooks this evening tonight. I also want her to share with you why she decided to join Tupperware, because I love her story, and I also want you to share, Lori, about your previous jobs.
All right. Thanks, Pam. Hi, everybody. I'm Lori. I figured I was first when I heard the trivia question today, because what I am making is green bean casserole, the classic green bean casserole that everyone has at Thanksgiving, but I'm going to do it in our MicroPro grill. So this grill is amazing. This came out in 2017. And when I first got this, I thought, what in the world am I going to do with this? It is strictly for the microwave. Anything you make in your outside on your grill or on your stove top, you can do in this. This will grill, this will sear, poach. It will make panini sandwiches. It will do anything in just minutes, okay? So my recipe literally takes 2 seconds to do, okay? So I know a lot of people spend many, many hours in the kitchen for Thanksgiving. So drop it down in the chat if you are hosting a Thanksgiving dinner this coming Thanksgiving. I was going to say this Thursday, but it's 2 weeks from Thursday. Okay. So you know that when you're cooking Thanksgiving, you always need that extra time, right? It's a big rush to see what you can get out of the oven at the exact same time so everybody can eat. All right. So oven space is at a premier real estate. So I like to use my microwave as much as I possibly can. All right. So our grill lets you do, you could do your green bean casserole in this. Nancy is going to come to you very soon and make another Thanksgiving favorite in the grill as well. But I'm also going to use our whip and mix. So I did a little prep since nobody wants to see me pour things in, but this is our whip and mix. So this is one of our newer products. This is only maybe about a year old. And this will take the place of your KitchenAid mixer, your big KitchenAid, your small hand mixer. This will do anything. All right, it's got 2 gears on it. This is what sets it apart. It's got a gear 1, which it's on now, and a gear 2. So you start in gear 1, and when it gets hard to use, you switch over to gear 2, okay? And I'm going to show you, it's got these little fingers that rotate like this, all right? I'm doing it slow because I don't want cream of mushroom soup all over the front of my shirt, which is always a possibility when I'm cooking. So the fingers move to mix everything up. So you can do everything in here. You can mix it up in here and put it right in the grill. Okay. So I have a can of green beans. I do the no salt added. You could do frozen. You could do whatever you want. I have a can of cream of mushroom soup, and I used a half a can of water. Milk in here. I always put milk in my green bean casserole. And I wanted to show you our handy dandy can opener. Okay. So this can opener, if you're familiar with Tupperware, this takes the top of the can off. So there's no sharp edges. All right. So it looks like the old traditional can opener, but it goes on the top. Doesn't go on the side like it looks like it does. It goes on the top. So you open it up like a V for victory, and there's a little gear down in here. All right. And you slide it on the top of your can. Okay. Until it hooks just like this. Okay. And what's nice about this is if you're a righty or a lefty, you can turn it either way. I could turn it lefty or I could turn it righty. And it's really simple if you've got issues with your hands. I know my mother-in-law, it just clicked, but I was gabbing away. But you turn it till it clicks. And my mother-in-law loves this because she has a little problem turning things. So she uses this. So once you heard the little click, you open it up. It's got a little nose. See the teeny little nose on the top? You open it up, put the nose on to the top of the can like this and lift it off. All right. So it lifted the glue and all of the thing that holds the top on, it lifted it off. It didn't grind it like the side can opener and put it into your food, but it is not sharp. This is not sharp. I always like to do it this way, but it is not sharp. So it takes the top right off. Okay. So I'm just going to, I would normally do this in my sink, but I'm just going to drain it into here. So I'm just going to drain it. I'm going to add it to my whip and mix, and I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to put it in the grill. So why I got into Tupperware, I don't really know what drew me to Tupperware other than always lots of memories in Tupperware. And I remember what actually brought Tupperware into my life. I was at my sister's house, and a piece of Tupperware fell out of her cupboard, and it was an old piece. It belonged to our mother. So now I'm switching this to gear 2 because there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay. But look at how easy gear 2 mixes. So hold that story thought. Okay. Look at that. It mixed it right up. All right. So I'm just going to give it a few more turns. But anyway, our mother has since passed. She passed quite a few years ago, but we still had some of her Tupperware. So my sister said, does anyone still sell Tupperware? I said, I have no idea. So thank goodness for Facebook. And I went out on Facebook and I asked for a Tupperware rep. And within 30 seconds, I got my girlfriend now, but my director, who is now a 5-star director with Champion, Ellen Lewis, she did parties for me. And she did parties. I did parties for 2 years because I like to get the free. So if you're on here and you like to have parties with your friends and have fun, then date a party with your Tupperware rep. I used to do all in-home. We're still doing some in-home, but you could do virtual as well. So I did that for 2 years. And along those 2 years, my husband would serve the wine and play with the kids because that was 10 years ago. And my daughter is now 13. So I used to invite my friends over, and their kids were young as well. So they'd play and we would drink and have fun. So fast forward those 2 years, my husband lost his job unexpectedly. He was in sales with a rubber company. And all of a sudden we were a 1-income household when we were used to being a 2-income household. I was a court stenographer. I worked for a freelance court reporting firm for 28 years. And I made good money and I enjoyed it. And I traveled everywhere to meet different people. But we were set up for 2 incomes. So my husband said, why not Tupperware? And I thought he was nuts, but he wanted to start selling Tupperware to make money. So men look at it black and white. So he knew, you start a Tupperware business, you can share the products and make money. So that's what he did. And he did that probably maybe 3 or 4 months into it. He did it alone. We kind of did it together. We started working together, but he was the name consultant. Well, after about 6 months, we kind of switched positions and I became the consultant, and we still work our business together. So 8 years later, I am retired from my full-time corporate stenography job, and I do Tupperware. And we have built a team of amazing, amazing people. We've now built an organization, and it is just fun. We do cooking shows like this. We get to cook from our own kitchens. My husband and I, Dwayne, he can do everything that I can do. He did parties when we were doing in-home parties before COVID. He would do them. We would double book, and he'd go do one and I'd go do one. So anything that I can do, he can do. And it is just an amazing opportunity for us to do things together. Now, he has a job. He's been at his company now 5 years. So it wasn't long after that he found a full-time position with a steel company. But in his spare time, he helps me with the business. And, you know, our customers just love us together. It's a different dynamic. They love him sometimes without me, which is okay. I'm fine with that. You know, they want him. You know, we do vendor shows. People want to talk to Dwayne. So if you're thinking, gosh, I'd love to make some extra money as a side hustle, which is what I started it for, you can do that. You can work it around a full-time job. I mean, my job was not a 9 to 5 by any means. I probably, when I had things in demand from attorneys, I was probably working 60 hours a week, sometimes 70, but I still squeezed this in. And it's just been a blessing in our lives. And the friendships that I have with my champion brothers and sisters is just amazing. So, you know, I started to make money, which I did, and I'm staying for still the money, but the friendships. So you never know what's going to happen. I can't even imagine what my life was like before I started Tupperware. And the products like you're going to see tonight just really, really make your life easy in the kitchen. And everyone loves Tupperware. And I love to hear the stories of your grandma's Tupperware and your mom's Tupperware, because everybody has a story with Tupperware. So that is my Tupperware story. And this is my green bean casserole. So while I was chatting, I just put French fried onions on the top. So this has a position, in a grilled position, which it sits on the top. See, it's got a little bit of air holes on the side. I'm going to pop this in the microwave for 7 minutes. And if you guys can come back to me when everybody's done cooking, I will show you the finished product when it is done. So thanks for joining me. I had a blast chatting with you and showing you this. So enjoy the rest of the show. Back to you, Pam.
All right. Thank you so much, Lori. Awesome. And so from court stenographer to full-time Tupperware director and having so much fun. We love our Lori. And Coach, thank you, Chef Lori. And so, Jenny, do we have a winner on our guessing game of the green bean casserole? When was it first invented? Or when did it get its invention date given to it?
I'm not sure.
Do we have a winner?
I don't know.
Who Googled it?
Seriously.
Jessica, how many guests do we have signed in already?
32.
All right. And how many hosts so far?
6.
All right. Well, all of our hosts keep messaging all your friends and say, you got to get on. You got to get on. This is so fun. And all of our friends, find more friends. All right. Tell your friends to get on because we're going to start giving away some Tupperware. All right. So do we have a winner?
I'm still looking.
Still looking? All right. Well, we'll come back to that, but let's go ahead and have our first winner. Hey, Siri, give me a random number between 1 and...
Alexa.
Oh, it's Alexa. Sorry. What's our grand total?
32.
32. Hey, Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 32. Thank you. Okay, Jessica, go with 22.
All right, number 22 is Laureen Bruce with Robin Vander Wagen. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lauren. And you're a lucky winner. We're sending you free Tupperware. And Robin, make sure we get her address. That's awesome. And who's our winner over here?
We had a few people and this thing keeps moving and I can't find them again because it won't let me go back to the other messages.
Okay, well, congratulations on our lucky winners who had the number 1955. That was the year, all right, that it was invented, the green bean casserole, all right? That was a pretty funny answer. It's older than me, so yay. It's older than everybody on here, I'm sure. All right, and so I want to show you something before we go to our next chef because I'm going to put this in the microwave and we'll come back to it. I love this grill, and one of the things I love this for is I do make a cake in this grill, which I love with this ring. And I make one cake layer at a time, and I make a rainbow cake. My granddaughters absolutely love it, and they request it for every one of their birthdays. And so they're all, the oldest is going to be 13. Oh my goodness, a teenager. So they all request the rainbow cake, and it's a family tradition, the special recipe frosting that we love. And maybe you know about it, but you have to make a special paste with the flour and the milk before you make the frosting. But it's just a family tradition that we've been using for years and years and years. And we love that frosting, and the rainbow cake, which is so pretty with the different colored rainbow circles all the way up. And so we have 8 layers. It's so cool. And so we use dowel rods in the center to make sure it stays up and doesn't start sliding all over the place. And it is so fun. Fits in our Tupperware cake taker. And so 1 cup of batter in every layer. But what I want to show you is another reason I love this amazing grill is because of what I have in here right now. This is every man's favorite product when I show them this. And that is the Baconator Sandwich, all right? I do this in the grill, and my nephew, who came over, installed our beautiful floor, would request this every single day. Aunt Pam, are you gonna make me that sandwich? Yes, he's like 40, and he would still say, Aunt Pam, am I gonna get that Baconator sandwich? And it is delicious. And so we take the bacon, and I make a bacon weave like this, and then I put this on. Now, if you notice, Lori put her grill together like this in the casserole position, but I'm gonna put it all the way down like this. And so it's like, I call this the panini position, all right? And so I'm gonna put it all the way down like that. This is not preheated. I'm gonna put it in the microwave, and I'm gonna put it in there for 6 minutes. And then I'm going to pull it out. I can always put it back in if I want to put it in for longer, but it's going to be perfect. But we're going to go ahead, and while that's cooking, we're going to go to our next chef, and that is a mother and daughter team, and it is Emily and Linda, and I love their story too. And so Linda used to sell Tupperware years ago, and Emily was always helping her pack orders and everything because she was the little girl. And now the little girl's grown up, and Emily is now the Tupperware lady, and Mom is now the helper. And so let's turn it over to Emily and Linda. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. I am Emily, and this is Linda, and I think we live the furthest away from anybody in the team. We are in Florida. About 7.5 years ago, my mom and my dad moved down to Florida, and back in April, my husband and I came down, and we decided maybe they needed somebody a little bit closer, so we went home, sold our house, quit our jobs. I was a corrections officer, moved down to Florida, all within a month and a half. So when I got down here, I was like, what do I want to do? And I got invited to my first Tupperware party, and I got something, and I was like, they said, you want to have a party? Nope. So then Mom had one, and she wanted the gifts. So she was looking for people to spend $500 and 2 people to have a party. And it just caught fire after that. Next, my daughter had one, and I'm like, you know what? I like the products I got. Maybe I can do this. That was 2 months ago. It'll be 2 months tomorrow. And I've already got 8 recruits under me, and I'm $200 away from becoming a star manager. Yay! I'm hoping to hit that tomorrow. So this is my mom, Linda. Like we said, She used to sell Tupperware. I would lug it around as a little girl, and I have 7 children. So every year at Thanksgiving, I would say, what do you want? And they all had a different side dish that they wanted. So I was the queen of the crock pots. I had 5 crock pots. I had a roaster. That's what I cooked everything in, because usually mama had got off at 7 o'clock that morning and I was going to sleep while it cooked. I have the pressure cooker now. This is our pressure cooker. This thing's got so many safety features on it. It's just awesome. You put it in the microwave, you can make stew in this, you can make anything in this. What we made today is mac and cheese, because that's one of my kids' favorites. It's not only for Thanksgiving, but it was for any day. So I went ahead and pre-cook or pre-prep too, because you don't want to watch us mixing and cutting and all of that stuff. So what I did was I took my pressure cooker and I put 2.5 cups of elbow macaroni in it. Just the hard macaroni. I didn't pre-cook it. I didn't anything. I just took and put 2.5 cups in here. Then I mixed it with 2 cups of our chicken broth, just any regular chicken broth. And then I used 1 cup of heavy cream. And I mixed that all together in the bottom of my crock pot. I put the lid on. It's so easy to do. They've got little arrows on the sides that you just line up. So I put it in the microwave for 10 minutes. When I pulled it out, it looks like this. You've got the perfect noodles. They're not too soft. They're not too hard. So what I do is it's already hot. And I added onions to this too, because I like my onions. So I've already got 1/4 of an onion in there, and I've got a couple of green onions just to add a little bit of color to it. It's also great if you have the kids that don't like the vegetables, you can sneak some cauliflower in there and they never know it. So the next thing I'm going to put in there is we load our macaroni and cheese. We like a lot of stuff in it, kind of like loaded mashed potatoes. So the first thing mom asked me when I started selling is, do you have anything that cooks bacon? Back when she sold, I don't know if anybody remembers 35 years ago, they had these things that went in the microwave that you put your bacon on with a paper towel and they cooked your bacon. That's how I thought you cooked bacon. That's how we always did it growing up, right?
Right.
So I said, no, we don't have those, but we have something better. So I showed her my stock cooker. This is what we cook our bacon in. All I did was take my bacon, you put a little bit of water in the bottom of it so your bacon will get crispy. And then you put your bacon in the top. I put my bacon in here. It cooked for 10 minutes. All of the grease and the yuckies and everything came out in the bottom of my pan. So I don't have it sitting in the grease. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it into the chopper. This is our large chopper. I could not do without. If you're going to buy one product, this would be one of my suggestions to get. We chop everything in here. So we're just going to go ahead and put our bacon in.
It's coming up one piece. It's probably.
You're good. Gonna slip the top on, and I'm gonna have her pull that for me a few times. While she's doing that, because we're gonna add that in, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my can. Another suggestion is if you don't have a can opener, get one. I have bad wrists, so I open mine like this. That way it doesn't hurt my wrist while I'm doing it, and it pops. So most of your recipes, they say to put milk in it. I don't like milk in mine. I like to use 1/2 cup of the cream. And the reason I like to do that is condensed milk, is it gives it a little bit more cream to it. So see, I pop that top off. And I'm just going to add 1/2 cup of condensed milk. Then I'm going to take my cheese. And this is like one of our most underrated products. This is our Cheese Smart. You know, when you have your cheese block and you take some cheese off of it, you fold the end, you put it back in the refrigerator. Next time you have the hard ends on it. This will not let that happen. You pop your cheese in here and it keeps it from molding. It keeps it from getting hard. Everybody that buys this from me says it's their most favorite product. So I went ahead and shredded my cheese earlier because I don't buy shredded cheese because it has glucose in it and it's to keep it from sticking together. And there's a wax in it to keep it from molding and to keep it fresh. So I just went ahead and pre-shredded mine. And you seen what I did. I just pop upside down and then pop it over. So this has been in the refrigerator a few hours. So the recipe calls for 2.5 cups of your favorite cheese. When I'm at home and I'm making it for myself, I usually use mozzarella and Parmesan, but I'm going to go ahead and use cheddar today because that's what most people like. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cheddar in there. And then I'm going to take with my Tupperware knife. These are awesome. They've got the sheaths on there so that they don't cut you when you're pulling them out of the drawer. I'm going to put just 1/2 cup of Philly cream cheese in there. And then I'm just going to take one little small pat of butter, and these are our butter trays. So you can see we've got just about everything. We can't stop ourselves. So I'm just going to take my spatula. If you don't have one of these, they are the most awesome thing in the world. And I'm just going to start stirring it up. And the heat from the macaroni heats everything up while you're stirring it up. And it takes a few minutes just to stir it up, get the cheese heated up, get it to melt really good. And then when we're done, these are one of my mom's favorite. These are the soup cups, and we'll put individual servings in those. And that way you can put them in there, you can heat them up.
They have the vent on them too.
Yeah, got the vent on there. So when you put them in the microwave and you heat them up.
I made
They're
chili the
amazing.
other day and I put the leftovers in here, and the next day I got up for lunch and heated in the microwave with the vent open. And they were really good. This is one of my favorites. Plus the cheese.
And it
Right.
mixed everything in there. Everything came out. You can see how nice and creamy it was. And now we're gonna add the bacon. See, that's what I have her here for. She's a lot better than Alexa. She answers a lot better. 2 brains are better than one.
I can remember when I was the boss, she was the peon. Now we've changed roles.
She helps me sell a lot. She is one of these people that when she's recruiting, if we've got somebody interested, she won't let them walk away until they've bought that kit. That's how I've ended up with 8 recruits, 5 this month and 3 last month. So we put our bacon in, and that's how we make our loaded mac and cheese. Thank you for having us.
That looks absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. I did put my bacon back in. It needed it needed another 2 minutes. So I just started it back up. So I want to show you some amazing Christmas gift giving ideas. Look at this. This is our counterscapes. I love our counterscapes because they're perfect for my snacks. Whether you use them for the holidays on your desk and with your nuts and your M&Ms or your candy canes or whatever, I use them year round for salt and pepper because I'm kind of like a chef that's got to have that little salt mixture right beside me, and not in the salt shaker, but like literally scooping salt when I'm making my chili. I use red pepper flakes. They're sitting right there. The red pepper flakes, the salt and the pepper, and this is hot chocolate mix and candy cane balls and marshmallows for a really good friend that you want to give it to, and it's dressed up like a snowman. So cute. And so this would be a really good friend that you want to give a nice gift. I always like to say, why not show you really care, give the gift to Tupperware. These do come 2 at a time. So if you're going to do this, you could buy 3 sets and you would have 2 gifts. And that would be maybe a gift for you and a gift for them. All right. And then another idea is really, honestly, this set makes a beautiful gift for one person or 3 people, and you could take it apart and use it for 3 separate people with homemade cookies and fudges in it. And so you would certainly go ahead and give the family, a larger family, or maybe, somebody you really, really like, or maybe a family is just maybe a couple, and then maybe a single person that you don't like at all, but you have to give something. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No, you give it to something you love because it's Tupperware, right? All right. And so beautiful set. And I love them together because they look so nice. And you know what's really fun about giving these beautiful gifts is it's tradition. They get these out every year with their Christmas ornaments and their Christmas stuff. And when they get them out, they remember they got them from you. And it's really a nice way to, just kind of carry on that tradition. And then I love this gift because this is so cute. And I honestly would put some kisses in here, some Hershey kisses in here, or tie Hershey's kisses on here. And you can put mug and kisses from a good friend to a good friend. And this part actually slides off of there. And so it twists and comes right off. And so they could use it all year round and pop it back on for the holidays. And so it's a nice mug that you could use to keep your coffee a little bit warmer, or your iced coffee a little cooler for you. It is a great teacher gift. It's a great, gift for the girls at the bank or whatever, the girls at work. And then last but not least, I absolutely love this as a cute little gift for your friends, your kids' friends. And so this one says, it says, you've been naughty, here's the scoop, all you're getting is snowman poop. So those kids that are, just that ornery age, it's really kind of fun for them. And this one would be a poem that has the reindeer food. And so my little grandson, who is, he's 3, and I'm going to give this to him. And the reindeer food is, of course, the homemade reindeer food that I will make. It's got the oats in it with the glitter in it, and you can put some colored chocolate chips in there, the red and the green. The little miniature ones is the ones that I'll use. And the poem says on here, sparkle, and you can find this everywhere, but your Tupperware lady can send it to you too. Sprinkle the mix on the lawn tonight. The moon will shine, make it shine so bright. And Santa's reindeer flying high will see the food and they'll stop by. And so that's the tradition of sprinkling the food out for the reindeer. So fun. Now let me go ahead and pull that out for you and let you see that bacon before we go to our next chef. And it is sizzling and it is amazing. I got to show it to you, and listen to that sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. And boy, oh boy, there you got it. All kinds of beautiful bacon. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Whew. I'm going to go ahead and put it in for one more minute in just a bit. Turn it over to Amy. She is a 3-star director. Let's turn it over to Amy. And Amy is going to show you also why she's talking. She's going to also give a little segment and show you the kit. Thank you, Amy.
Awesome. Thanks, Pam. So I am really excited. The kit is right next to me. Look how beautiful this is. I've gotten so many compliments on look at all these colors. There's lots of beautiful colors here, and I absolutely love it. But some of my favorites here are, because before I sold Tupperware, so I've been selling Tupperware for 8 years myself. And I used to bake a lot, and I would bake cakes and cupcakes. And my girlfriend would do that, on the side. And so I love being in the kitchen. I love having my kids in the kitchen with me, and I've always had them in here with me, helping me out. And I have 3 kids. And so it's really big for me to be able to have things that are very helpful. And Tupperware has a lot of amazing products that kids can use. And I'm talking like itty bitties. So I have a 13-year-old, a 11-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and they have all been in the kitchen with me, helping me, since they were little, right? And especially my youngest. My youngest is 5, and he has been on my hip doing these live videos with me since he was a baby. So, but anyway, one of our favorite things is the Thatsable. And so you can get this size Thatsable only a couple of ways. So 1 is in this amazing kit. 2 is to host your own party, and you could get it as one of your freebies, or, well, I guess that's it. There's only 2 ways right now. So if you want this size bowl, which is the perfect bowl for mixing. It has a nice handle on the side of it, so you can hold it, your littles can hold it, and you don't have to worry about the bowl flying all over the place. Yeah, it comes with a seal too. So that is one of my favorite things. And another one of my favorite things is the power. Oh, it's not a colored power chef anymore. They just upgraded. It is a supersonic chopper, guys, and it is crazy awesome. But this is definitely one of the products in this whole thing that, well, so let me just tell you, it values at $93. This whole thing, do you know how much all this costs? Take a guess at how much you think all of this costs for you right now. Now, our consultants don't tell how much it is, but I want you guys to guess. So, but it comes with a whipper. All right, so if you want to make homemade whipped cream in here, you can. Salad dressings, pestos, things like that, and stainless steel blades. Now, these things are crazy sharp, so you got to be careful. And when your kids are using this, I like my youngest. When he started using it, I wouldn't let him touch that. All right. So I would put that in and make sure that I take this off. And I always keep our blade cover on when it's not in use. All right. So by the way, I am making one of our favorite salsas this time of year. It's cranberry salsa, and it's with a twist. So I can't wait to share that with you. And another one of my favorite products is our Frismarts. And so you do get a Frismart in all of this. All right. So this values at $20. So, but you can get this also as part of our the set. There's a set of these, and you can get that half off. Our hostesses can get this half off. All right. Or you could just pay full price. That's fine too. But I have in here my cranberries, and it's just a whole bag. And so I'm going to just go ahead and stick that whole bag of cranberries in there. Maybe I should wait a minute. Nah, that's all right. We'll just throw all those in there first. So you're supposed to be able to put everything in there at one time, but I think I'll chop these up real quick, just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna put the sugar on top first. So now you're probably, you're all over the place. Yeah, it happens. I'm a mom, like things happen, right? So, but I have some sugar here. This is a half a cup of sugar. And so I don't use real sugar. Well, it's real, but it's stevia. So because I do Weight Watchers, and so I always try to use things that are watcher friendly. All right. And so I'm going to pour the sugar in here first. Pour all of that in there. And it's a half a cup. This is one of our Clearly Elegant bowls. It looks like glass, but it's not. It's beautiful. And I love that you can see right through it. They're great for putting different sides in. So when you put it in the refrigerator, this doesn't go in the microwave. You know what's in there. I like it, right? So I just pulled that a couple of times, but I'm going to go ahead and add inside of here. And you can see it started chopping it up. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love this. So it's with a twist. So it is actually salsa. I'm going to put in here a jalapeno. And this is from my garden. And I got it before it went bad. Because, you know, did everything crusted, but over. I also have another Frismart with my fresh cilantro. Look at how pretty that is. Nice and green. And it'll stay nice and green like this for weeks. So it calls for a half a cup. I usually just pull off. I don't cut it. I just pull it and eyeball it and kind of toss it in there. All right. So when you're using these Frismarts, you want to put them in there dirty and dry. All right. But I actually, I did wash the cilantro, because when I brought it home and put it in there, I got it from Aldi, and it was really dirty. Like I had dirt on my hands. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wash this. So it's okay if you wash it, if you dry it. So make sure you dry it really well. So that is my son's favorite part to do. And whenever he was little, he would come running when he would see me bring this out, because that, like, he has to do that. And so he's been doing that for a very long time. All right, so we have our cilantro in there, we have our jalapeno in there, and actually I'm gonna go ahead and take, I'm gonna move this up here. Have my little cutting board. I have another Frismart. Now this is our Frismart small. So, and I have some green onion in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take part of the green onion out. It only calls for 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just gonna use a little tiny bit of the onion. And I'm gonna, cause it's kind of big, I'm just gonna cut it in half. All right, throw that in there. And the onion is really old. So I actually pulled this out of the garden probably 3 weeks ago. It's still nice and good, and it doesn't stink. So you know it's not like crazy strong, because I don't like crazy strong. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this again. Nice and chopped. Now on the bottom there is a grippy so that it doesn't slide over now or all over the place. Earlier today I was chopping up well, I was shredding up my chicken for our dinner. This thing is amazing for shredding chicken as well. All right, and so I didn't have the bottom on it, and it slid the first time I pulled. I'm like, crap. And then I realized, okay, so you definitely want to use this grippy so it doesn't slide all over the place on you. All right. So we got that. Now I'm going to cut. Now it calls for a whole onion. I'm only going to use a half onion because this is a huge onion. All right. So, and I'm using our utility knife. Love the utility knife. If you need a good set of knives, I highly recommend Tupperware knives, because one, they're stainless steel. Two, the blade goes from point, like tip to tip. All right, so this handle isn't going to break off. Three, they have a nice, it's called a sheath, I believe, and it does not come off. So when you put it on there, it helps it to get it so it doesn't get dull as fast. And you could put it in your drawer, and you don't have to worry about your littles coming in and grabbing it and cutting themselves, or even yourself or your husband. I mean, you never know, right? So it's really nice. But so I have this now. This is called the all-in-one mate, and you can either buy this, or you could host your own party, because it's part of our amazing hostess set, right? And so it has a juicer, it has a egg separator, and it has a zester. So if I wanted to zest, I probably should. Let's go ahead and put some zest in here first, just because zest is really good for you, really good nutrients inside of it, right? And so go ahead and put some of that in here. And yes, I washed the lime or lemon. It's a lemon. All right, so got some of that in here. And we'll just use this little spatula. Some of that go down in there. All right, and then, and this is so nice. So you just put your juicer right on top, all right? And then you just squeeze. This is another thing that's fun. Kids love it. Oh, it smells so good too. All right, now I have my juice and my zest right down inside of here. And it does have measurements on there. So if you wanted to measure, you could measure that out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in. And this looks really pretty. Love it. I love fun colors. Do you guys like colors? All right, so in here, we have our sugar, we have our cranberries, we have our green onion, we have our lemon juice, and our cilantro and our jalapeno, right? So it's all in there. Let's pull it a couple more times because I like it really kind of, well, I like it really chopped. All right, So it smells really good. Okay, whoops, it happens. I get the dropsies, but didn't fall on me and no one got hurt, so it is all good. But look at how beautiful that is. And then it smells really good too. So, and then you can serve it with either tortilla chips or crackers. Maybe just eat it. I can eat it by a spoonful, but another good thing I like to eat it with is my celery sticks. Okay, anybody ever eat dips with celery? It's really good. So, but I have my celery in here. So this is our medium Frismart. It's long and it's more shallow, like the small, and it's really nice for our lazy vegetables, like, and our lazy fruits, like our celery. So I am actually going to go ahead and stick all of this into my bowl. And so this is our Wonder Layer bowl. If you wanted to, you could actually put it in a clearly elegant bowl, and then you can see it, and it's so pretty. But because I have my Wonder Layer bowls right here, I'm going to go ahead and stick it right down in here and use my spatula to get all of that yummy goodness out. So you can't really see, I guess, the colors in the supersonic chopper because it's red. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm going to let it set a little bit before I eat it, just because I want that cranberry to soak up all that sugar and so that it's not so tart. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoy this at your feast.
All right, thank you. All right, do we have a guess on how many cranberries does the United States, North America eat on Thanksgiving week? That's a good question. How many cranberries does North America eat Thanksgiving week? So think about that. Well, I show you a big bowl. I like big bowls and I cannot lie. Look at that bowl. That is a big bowl. It's 59 and a half cups. That is a big bowl. How many of you think that's a huge bowl? This is a big bowl, big enough to go ahead and put your turkey in it. All right. You know what? I love the color. Don't you love the color? It is actually a bowl that's available for you to get right now. If you'd like to get a great big bowl, make sure that you have a big bowl for the holidays. It might not be here for Thanksgiving, but it certainly would be here for Christmas. And I have to tell you, this is so practical for you to use all summer long for the great big fruit salad, really big batch of cookies. I love it for that. Really big batch of caramel corn, really big batch of when you're making the puppy chow and you're going to have the big mess of the powdered sugar and everything. I love it for that. I also love it because it's got two handles. It's really good for bobbing apples. I will also tell you, I really like it if I'm going to do any laundry and I want to wash things in my sink and I want to make sure that I'm going to wash, you know, good sweaters and stuff like that. I'm going to wash them out by hand. I like to get this bowl out and put it in my sink so I know I'm protecting my good sweaters. Love it for that. You can give a baby a bath in here. But if you're going to have anything that you need to carry big loads of water or big things in there, it's nice for that. If you're going to carry big loads of water outside in the summertime, it's nice for that. So it's very, very practical to have a nice big bowl that you've got two handles on, that if you're going to carry something heavy, it's very practical for that. I will also tell you, I love this bowl because it is Tupperware and I know it's good quality and it's got an airtight seal on it. So that's very practical for that. The best part about this bowl is right now it's on sale, right? And so this huge bowl, normally $39, is on sale for $25. And so that's a really good price and you're gonna love getting it for that price. Now, it is huge. It is 59 and a half cups. I don't know why they didn't just make it 60, but it's 59 and a half cups and it's available on sale on the website right now. The other thing I want to share with you that's really, really cool that you want to know right now is when you're placing an order with your Tupperware lady and she gives you your link to go shopping, make sure when you're closing your party or when you're closing your order that you look really carefully for that little present box that's very small. Click on it. Because if you have a $75 order or more, you click on that little box that looks like a present, it's going to open up a present for you. And you get to pick whether or not you'd like to have these two little guys right here that look like glass, but they're not, they're Tupperware. and you can use them to store a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And, or you can have the luncheon plates. I love these luncheon plates. I will tell you right now, they're very, very practical, and they are microwavable little tiny luncheon plates. And what's nice about them is they stack super thin. They're very lightweight. They're great for my grandkids because they can take them to the sink and drop them in the sink. And so they learn to take their own plate to the sink. They're perfect for breakfast plates, and they're really good for snack plates. And you can have your little tiny little tiny plates by the couture. It's not gonna come out.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Didn't want to come out. Go ahead, you can laugh, it's fine. It's also nice little dessert plates, cookie plates, little cheese and cracker plates. They're also really nice because they are so lightweight that you can, if you want to, take them with you to the beach house or something like that. Because, you know, I use paper plates and throw them away constantly when they're just so lightweight, so easy to clean, and you throw them in your suitcase, why not? You know that? And they're free. Oh, by the way, that little present means they're free with a $75 order. You can choose your gift. And these little guys are so nice, all right? Oh, by the way, the bacon, you wanna see it? Because we're getting ready to go to our last chef for the night, and it's Nancy Lagan, and she's like, she's really, really good. So you're gonna love it, all right? And so I wanna show you this bacon. I hope it didn't burn it. Send it in there another time. Oh no, it's perfect. Look at that bacon. Woo! Look at that. Does that look beautiful? I know, right? Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. I know. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you something. If you want to make an appetizer, you could do this with a little bit of brown sugar, and it makes it yummy, yummy, yummy. And the other thing I want to share with you, I have done this where I make bacon, wrap it, the dates in the bacon, and it's really, really good too. And last but not least, you just take this and put a little bit of mayonnaise on the toast. And I like to do, it's called a little bit of everything. And it's a seasoning that you can, everything seasoning. It's really delicious. Mix it in with the mayonnaise. So good with the tomato and the lettuce. So, so good. You'll have the hit sandwich for your nephew too, because he's going to love it. And he's going to say, Aunt Pam, can you make me that Baconator sandwich? Okay. All right. Take it away. Let's turn it over to Nancy Lagan. What are you making for us, Nancy? Oh, do we have a winner?
We do.
Who's our winner?
Well, the first person to say it was Lorraine Bruce, and I think she must be friends with her Alexa because it was really fast.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Okay, then. All right, and our answer was
80 million pounds in a week.
80 million pounds in a week. And you know what? Our country, that is 80% of what we do in a year. That's crazy. And that means it's time for us to ask Alexa for a random number. What's our total number of guests and hostesses right now, Jessica?
41.
All right. Hey, Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 41.
29 is Brianna with Shannon, who is also with me. Congratulations.
Yay, congratulations. And what does Alexa say?
30.
Okay, 30 is the next one.
30. All right. And it's Patty Kyle with Robert Pavlik.
All right, congratulations. So we have two winners. Make sure you find me on Facebook and send me your address. It's Pamela Matheny Clift. And so Pamela Matheny Clift, there's a lot of Pam Clifts or Pamela Clifts, but it's Pamela Matheny Clift. I leave it in there to make it easy to find me. And send me your address in Messenger. And I have several Alexas in the house, and they're both answering me. That's why we had two winners just now. All right, thank you so much. And so let's take it away, Nancy Lagan. What are you making tonight?
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy Lagan, and I am going to make stuffing in the MicroPro grill. I've been in Tupperware for a long time. I joined in the 70s, and I had a little boy who was 9 months old, and I just really wanted to do something to talk to somebody over 2 feet tall, but I didn't want to put him in daycare. And so it was the perfect job to do because I could go out every single night and do a party, which I did in those days. I was very young in my 20s. And I did a party every night of the week, but I was always home with my child. So it was the perfect job. I sold for 5 years, and then I don't know why I quit, but I quit for about 15 years. And that's what's great about Tupperware. You can come in and do what you want to do. And if it doesn't work or your life changes, you can go leave or come back. And I came back in 1993. and I did a fundraiser for my Girl Scout troop, and I did not want to do parties. I did not want to have a business, and I had the whole business take off again. So I've been in since 1993, 28 years, and it is a great, great, great job. Now, this MicroPro grill, when it came out, I said, well, you know, I don't know how I would use that thing because I usually cook in the oven. I am a foodie, okay? And I have loved to prepare food for my entire life. It is the passion that I love to do. And so if you want to come to my house for dinner, you can knock on the door, whoever you are, anytime, and always be welcome. And that's what I love about Thanksgiving. You know, Christmas, we're opening presents and we're busy, 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 but Thanksgiving is a time when food brings people together, and you put that wonderful turkey dinner on the table and everyone's laughing and eating and sharing. And it's just a wonderful day to enjoy family and friends. And so this grill, if you don't have a big family though, this grill can make the perfect stuffing. I think I've never put it in here to make it, but I know it's going to work because this bakes and it grills. Now there's a metal susceptor on the top and a metal susceptor inside. So when you put like a steak in here, you put it on the bottom and you put the metal on the top of the steak. And so you put it in the microwave, and in 6 minutes you have a medium rare straight steak that browns just like you put it on your outside grill. But when it's 20 degrees outside, you will love putting it in the microwave. Sunday, my grandkids came over, and I cooked my sausage in here. I took the sausage out, wiped it out, put the bacon in here, took that out and wiped it out. And then I put the home fries in here. And so in less than a half hour, I had everything cooked, ready to make the eggs. And so it was just a great product. But today what I'm gonna do is make some stuffing. And the stuffing that I make is my grandmother's recipe. Now you can go and buy a bag of the herb seasoned stuffing mix. You can buy cubes, but I have done this for many years. It's bread. And I buy stuffing bread because stuffing bread that you can only get at Thanksgiving. You can't get it at Christmas. You can't find it anywhere, but at Thanksgiving, you can find it. And it's at Giant Eagle, it's at Mark's, and it's called stuffing bread. And the reason that it is, it's a thicker, heavier bread. I cut it in tiny little pieces. And of course, I'm putting it in this jumbo bowl that Pam talked about. Now, what is great about this jumbo bowl is all the things Pam said. However, it's the very best bowl to mix anything. If you're making stuffing, now I usually make 6 loaves of stuffing bread for my stuffing because we always have a big crowd over, all the family. And so when you're mixing, nothing's going to go out. If you mix in a little bowl and you're mixing and mixing, things will go out of that bowl. That will never happen in this jumbo bowl. And so it holds 20 pounds of potato salad and you can't even lift it. But for mixing, it's awesome. So I've already cut up 1 loaf of stuffing bread. And in my stuffing, this is my grandma's recipe. You can put anything in your stuffing. Some people use cornbread. I usually put sausage, and I forgot to buy it today, so there's no sausage in it. I'm also using the Supersonic Chopper Extra to chop all my celery and all my onion. And I used to cut this up all by hand. And I love doing that, don't get me wrong. But when you put it in here, I have some of the celery in here already. You just pull this cord and it's all chopped. So it saves you hours of time. And it's chopped, I need to chop it a little more. Okay, and then I'm going to put the onion in here. And this is the new Supersonic. Now, this is the very first time I'm using this. They have improved the cord. They have improved the top so that you can separate it and put this part in the dishwasher. Don't ever put the cord part in the dishwasher. And when you get your Supersonic chopper, if you buy it, you can get it for full price at $69. You can get it half price or free for having a party. Or if you join Tupperware, it's part of our opportunity kit like Amy talked about. And when it comes though, and this is so funny, this little rubber ring on the bottom comes packed inside. Now I had 2 customers that thought it just stayed inside and they chopped it up with whatever they were chopping. So make sure if you do purchase this, you take it out of here and you put it on the bottom because it is to keep the grip on your counter. And so I have already chopped up some of the celery, and that's how it's chopped. And then I'm going to take our spatula that is one of the best spatulas on the market, and I'm going to put all the celery in there. And then I'm going to put the chopper blade back in, celery and onion, put in some onion, and then I'm going to put it back together. Now, if you don't have it locked down tight, what will happen is it will not chop because it's crooked. So you want to make sure it's locked in place. and then just pull the cord and it chops again. Now you can make, the best thing that my grandkids love to make in this is a blizzard. So you take Oreo cookies or Reese's Pieces and you chop it up, and then you take your ice cream and a little bit of milk and you pour it in there and pull the cord. My grandkids use it every single time they come over to make a blizzard. And so now the onion is chopped, and I'm gonna put some of the onion in here, probably not all of it. Okay, then in my stuffing, I have onion and celery and bread. I will put 1 egg in 1 loaf, but if I have 6 loaves, I usually use 3 eggs. So I dump the egg in there. Now the egg just holds it together because eggs will bind your thing together. Then I put chicken broth because I do like mine not real dry. I like it juicier. So I put chicken broth. And by the way, if you do put sausage in your stuffing for Thanksgiving, always cook your sausage first. And you want to cook it in the stack cooker if you have it. It's the very best thing to cook it in. And then I grind it in here in the chopper, because then it's all evenly and little pieces. You always mix your sausage with your dry bread first. And the reason you do that is so it mixes much better. And then we add a little salt and pepper, okay, with our Tupperware salt and pepper shakers that are the best on the market for probably 50 years. And always in my stuffing, I use sage. Now I put a little bit of sage in here. You can buy stuffing bread that already has the sage in it, but it's just too much sage for me. So I just put it in like that. And then you just mix it all up. Now I am an old school cook. And so I want to mix it by hand, because when you mix things by hand, everything gets mixed a little better than just with a spatula. And I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm old school, because now I'm really old and I sell Tupperware still, just because it's a great job. You make great money. And also I can do it when I want, how I want, the days I want, or when I don't want. That's the wonderful thing about selling Tupperware, is that you don't have a boss and nobody tells you when you have to work. You choose the days, the hours, when you want to work. And people love Tupperware. I have customers for the last 28 years that still call me and order Tupperware. So then what I'm going to do is just mix this all together. Okay. And I need a little bit more juice. So I'll pour some more in there because I like it juicy. Okay. And you can use the, this is just, these were on sale, the College Inn, but you can use any kind of chicken broth that you want. If you want low salt, you can do whatever you want with that. Some people put butter, melted butter in their stuffing. I do not, but you can do that. So there is my stuffing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this wonderful grill and put it in the bake position, because you can make rolls in the bake position. You can make cakes like Pam said. You can make scrambled eggs. The other thing that I have done for my whole entire 47 years of marriage, and when I make stuffing, is that I make it the day before, because all those flavors, the celery, the onion, the sausage, it all marries together with the bread, and it's much more flavorful. The other thing I do when I make it in the oven is I put that in a casserole pan, and I buy chicken wings or thighs, and I get them all browned up. And of course I brown them in my grill first, and then I put that on top. So all of the juices from the chicken or turkey pieces, I buy turkey wings, goes down into my stuffing, and it tastes better because, you know, I make so much stuffing, you can never fit all that in that turkey. So now I don't have to put oil or butter or anything in this grill. And that's the other great thing. So I'm just going to pat it in there like that. And there's a little bit left, but I think it's too much. So I'm going to put it in the grill, and I'm going to put it in the microwave in the bake position for about 10 minutes and cook it. And then you can have stuffing. So, you know, you can have stuffing every single night. So we have mac and cheese, we have a cranberry relish, we have stuffing. And so all we need is the turkey. And I got to tell you, go to Giant Eagle. I went to Giant Eagle today to buy a turkey, and the frozen ones were on sale for 49 cents. So the label said $19, and they took off almost $13 at the end of the register. It was $6 for this big 13-pound turkey. They're all on sale, and it's great. Thanksgiving's a wonderful time to appreciate your family, your friends, and everyone. Make sure you have Tupperware in your life when you're cooking. It'll save you time, money, space, taste, and waste. And also, this grill is $199. You can get it half price, when you have a party of 300 or more. You can get it almost free or free if you have a $1,000 party, or if you join Tupperware by next week. And you know what? Join Tupperware, buy that beautiful kit that Amy showed you, and you can have a party for a $500 party, which you can do a Facebook party. You can pass the books around to your friends and family. You can do an in-home party. When you reach $500 and 2 of your friends have a party, this grill is only $45 to you. So think about it, try it, and enjoy some of our products. Bye. Have a great night.
Awesome. Woohoo! Thank you so much. My goodness, have you had a good time tonight? So all of our hosts that are out there, you get to decide what you want free out of having your Tupperware party. So you can have a shopping spree. You can have items for half price, everything up from our entire cookware set. You can have the grill for half price. You can have free host gift special, which could be this amazing set right here, or this amazing set right here. You get a thank you gift for free, which is the measuring cups and measuring spoons, the mixing bowl. You can have this amazing product line right here, which is 2 of our little Frismarts. I love these. They are really little, but they're really good for blueberries or herbs. They're really good for small things that you don't want to bad, that you also don't want to have in the container they come from the store in, because that's useless. I love these little refrigerator bowls. They're perfect because they have that clear window on the bottom, so I know what's in there. Round seal again, and the round seal is kind of the signature of Tupperware. Our miniature salt and pepper shaker, just for dating the Tupperware party. This is a thank you for having the party, and then this is the host gift special that you earn. Always valued much higher than the shopping sprees, but the shopping spree is where you get to choose yourself. So choices. We love choices, right? Of course, men and women both love choices, not just ladies. And so bottom line is we have a really, really good deal for you to make a choice of whether or not you'd like to have a shopping spree or have a host gift special. If you'd like to join our team, talk to your Tupperware rep and see what the deal is for you and what's best for you. If you're shopping this evening, don't forget to look for that little present, that little box, little tiny box. It's easy to miss. Don't miss it. If your order is $75 or higher, you have a free gift waiting for you as a thank you from Tupperware during Thanksgiving month. We want to thank all of our customers when they spend $75 or more with a little extra thank you. And so you get to pick which thank you you'd like to have this month. And so I want to say thank you. All of our guests that are on this evening, it's time for us to do one more door prize with everybody. How many guests do we have on tonight right now, Jessica?
43.
43. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 43.
Here's a number between 1 and 43. It's 35.
35, Jessica.
35 is Donna with Lori Morris.
Okay, Donna with Lori Morris. A lucky winner. Congratulations. All right, and now our host grand prize for the night, where she's going to win some Tupperware. Let's give her a grand prize gift. And how many hosts do we have on right now?
8.
8. Congratulations to all of our hosts. Thank you for being with us this evening. And don't forget to tell your Tupperware rep this evening, your host this evening, if you are a guest with us tonight, that, hey, I'll do that, because we do this every single Tuesday night. So you can be one of our hosts with us next week. Yeah, join us next week. Hey, guys, what? Next week is a really fun night. It's family traditions, and we're going to have some of our kids cooking with us in the kitchen. And so it'll be really fun. I'm going to have grandkids in the kitchen with me next week. And oh, they're so stinking cute. You got to join us with grandkids in the kitchen. And it's not all grandkids. Amy's kids are going to help her in the kitchen. So we have some kids in the kitchen and then my grandkids, which they're extra special. Of course, every grandma says that, right? I'm normal. All right. And so let's have Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 8.
Here's a number between 1 and 8. It's 4.
4. Lucky host number 4, you're a winner.
And it's Tammy Brandt with Amy Gardner.
All right, Tammy Brandt with Amy Gardner. Congratulations. You're the winner tonight. All right,
Lori would like to show off her beans.
Lori, we're ready to come back to you. Let's see your beans.
That's,
Yes, sorry. I'm last but not least, but actually I did them for 8 minutes in the microwave. Look at these. Can you see?
All right.
Look how good they look.
Check out those
And they
beans.
smell really good too. So
Oh,
it'll go
yeah.
good with Nancy's stuffing.
Woohoo! And check out my bacon now that I hold it better. Isn't that so cool?
Your bacon looks good. Yep.
Baconator sandwich right there. All right. Everything but bagel is the name of that seasoning. I was going to tell you that mix is really good. You mix it right in with your mayonnaise, and I like homemade mayonnaise, but you can use it with anything. But
Dukes.
what?
Dukes.
Dukes is good. Mix it in, and I like make a mix with it. Everything bagel. You can find it online. You can find it in the store, but mix that in and then use that. Oh, so good with your lettuce. Amazing. Try it. Message me. Tell me you love it. All right. Guys, have you enjoyed yourself? Thanks so much. We've had a great night. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. See you next week on Tuesday, family night. Bye.